Hello everyone. We are now going to actually start searching in the databases and being a little more creative than we have doing really basic searches in the past. So here we are at a database, a library database. This is EBSCO full text. You will find most databases will start off in a basic search, just like Google. You do have the option though of going to advanced search, which I'm going to do now just because it helps illustrate a few points a lot clearer than doing a basic search. Here we are on the advanced search screen. You don't need to actually be an advanced researcher to use this screen. I actually do advocate a lot of students using this screen because it actually gives you all of your options in one place. So let's get started. So let's say, for example, we wanted to do a search about media violence on children. It's a very popular topic, so I know we'll find a lot of results, but let's see what we can do. So here we have media violence and children. I'm now using the boxes in the advanced search screen to inject the Boolean operators that we saw in the last video. You'll see here we have media, which is one concept, is joined with the second concept with and, so it's media and violence and children. So first off, we break up the three main concepts that we are actually searching for, and let's see what we actually get. Okay, starting off, we have about 1,400 different results just by looking at this first one, media violence, physical aggression, and relational aggression in school-aged children. Definitely seems like we're on topic, but I'm not at all surprised when you have something like this that is such a popular topic. But let's actually look and see if we can go way beyond this really basic search that we did. So let's actually start looking at the concepts themselves. For example, media is a very broad term that covers multiple types of media, obviously. Like I said earlier, television, movies, video games. If there's one in particular that you want to focus on, you may want to try media or video games. But if you're still interested in all forms of media, you may want to clearly specify each one of those types. So we could have media or video games or television or movies. Sometimes it is important to do this because an article may only talk about television or may only talk about movies. And if you're actually trying to get a broad perspective, then you'll want to pinpoint the different types of media that you really want to look at. Because using the term media may not actually pull all of those results. Next, we have violence. We notice down here another term that they use is aggression. So we may want to say violence or aggression. But another thing to keep in mind is that violence is only sort of one conjugation of that particular word. So we may also want to say violent. You'll notice that databases are very particular and very precise, so it will not pick up the word violent unless you actually put it in there, even though you have the word violence, because the two letters for violence, the way it ends, is different than the one letter for violent. We'll actually handle how to fix this a little later on. Another option, of course, is to play with the word children. So, or child, or child's, perhaps child's, one child aggression. Or let's do kids, or youths, or maybe perhaps there's some other option you want to throw in there. Let's not. So let's see just how broad we'll get. Okay, so we have about 4,700 different results. You'll notice too that our number one result is different than it was last time. You'll actually have to go through the result list and see, has this actually changed? Are the items more relevant or not? But what you're doing essentially is giving yourself more options when you provide more terms to search. You'll notice here that we are using or, the Boolean operator or, to bring together different synonyms or like concepts, and we do that each individually for each concept, and then we use and to actually limit the search to just these three concepts. Hopefully that makes sense. So I'm going to show you one extra trick in playing with your actual search string, which this is what we tend to call this here. If you don't want to have to type in all of this, another option is to use what we call a wildcard or truncation. It is when you throw in a particular symbol, usually it's an asterisk or a exclamation point, but what you're doing essentially is telling the database that you want to pick up any word that starts off this way and ends in any other form. So this should pick up both violence and violent, if that makes sense. Another option for us is to get rid of all of these and just truncate it. Now, in the old days, you used to actually have to do this as well for anything that was singular and plural, but most databases have now recognized, in regards to words that signify multiples with S, that it will pick up both the singular and the plural. So let's try searching this. And you notice we picked up just a few more results, but it is slightly cleaner, a cleaner search string. So hopefully this will get you started. Hopefully I'm not going too fast with any of this, but in the next video I'll actually show you how to start going through your search results and trying to find better keywords than you probably originally thought of.